Alright, Geeks, welcome to another episode of GeekastX. I'm Sean.
I'm Brian.
And I'm Sebastian, here again.
Alright. And
back on the show.
Yes, and we'd like to welcome him officially now as a official team member of the GeekastX, one of the hosts.
Well, thank you, gentlemen. This news was just sprung on me, but, you know.
We figured we had you here enough.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, just, for the listeners, I may not be on every episode with the guys here, but...
I'm not on every episode.
I know, right? I'm the only consistent guy.
You're the only consistent part of the puzzle, huh?
Yeah.
Like, legit. Sean's our linchpin.
He's the linchpin.
Yeah.
Alright, well, it's awesome to be here, Talk some pop culture today.
Yep.
So first up, do you guys want to tackle the new trailers that came out?
I mean, look, Jake and Ronnie aren't here either, so I mean, like...
Yeah. No big deal.
Trailers.
Wait, isn't what's the cinema thing? CinemaCon? Is that what it is?
Yeah, CinemaCon.
Okay.
In Vegas.
Alright.
Vegas, baby!
There were 4 big trailers that came out. And let's just go one after the other, so... Where do you want to start?
Let's start with the big one. Star Wars. It came out a week ago yesterday with over 88 million views.
Oh my gosh, it was so good.
I was like 54 of those.
I was at least 30 in the first day.
I was going to say Sebastian's part of the other 88 million.
Yeah.
I was probably like 5. I watched it live at my desk. I was watching
he was down there watching it live, and I was down there like an 8-year-old child wanting to get out of work.
Yeah.
I was telling him, dude, come down here, look at this, but he wanted to watch it big.
Yeah, I wanted to watch it on a bigger screen.
It was really cool though. I remember, like, as soon as it started going, I'm like watching it and like, I'm grinning ear to ear. I can't stop smiling. It was so good. My eyes were like wide open. I'm like, like the whole time. I'm sure people around me were like, "Is this guy having a stroke? Is he okay? Should we call someone?"
I was like Matthew McConaughey in Interstellar.
Yes.
He was just like waving and crying. I was just so happy. So happy.
I was happy. I have, I mean, the consensus is we all loved it. But I have 2 shots that I wasn't a fan of, but they're growing on me.
Mm-hmm.
There's 2 shots in that trailer I was not a fan of. The Chrome Trooper, the all Chrome Trooper, that's got his own single shot there.
Right.
And the shot of BB-8 as he's leaning around the corner, like, "What's up, guys?" Those 2 shots seemed kind of fan filmy to me. I don't know if that's sacrilege, but they seemed kind of fan filmy.
Well, I do agree in the aspect that Chrome Trooper looked a little weird. I did think he stood out as odd, but then I do like BB-8. Like, I was watching the whole panel beforehand, and like when they have the BB-8 droid actually come out, like the practical droid, it looks really cool.
Oh yeah, that was awesome. Don't get me wrong, I love BB-8, but just that shot.
Oh yeah, it seemed a little.
It was something about the depth. Like it looked like he had just an image behind him. Like it didn't have depth to it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just something about the composition of the shot. That shot is growing on me, but the Chrome Trooper one is just not really doing it for me.
My favorite shot of it is obviously the last like 5 seconds, and then
of course.
the first 5 seconds where like they're like panning over that desert scene, and then you see the huge Star Destroyer in the background, and then the X-wing, because it reminded me.
That's how we get Jawas.
Right? Yeah. It reminded me of The Force Unleashed.
Yeah.
That stars my boy Sam Witwer.
Your boy Sam Witwer. Yep.
Nope.
And
Gentlemen.
That is going to be my lifelong goal. No, sorry. That was going to be my lifelong goal, to get you and Sam to meet each other.
Right,
because you love this man.
Me and Sebastian made like this unspoken pact at work. Like, if we ever happen to run into him, we instantly call each other and be like, "Look, I got Sam Witwer right next to me."
Like they do in Ted.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't think of any other. Oh yeah, all the footage in that preview was so good. Like, it blew the first trailer out of the water, I think.
Oh yeah.
That's what I was going to ask you guys. What was your thoughts between the two trailers?
I feel like as soon as you hear Luke talking, it's like, oh yeah, and then like there's like uphill from there.
Yeah.
I want to know why Chewbacca looks like he just stepped out of Jedi. Like, he looks like he doesn't age a day.
That's because every Star Wars fan knows Wookiees live to be 400 years old.
But I was expecting to have a little more gray in him.
Yeah, I mean, but if you're Disney, I'm gonna go real Peter. My thoughts of it. If you're Disney, you're like, we can't have gray Chewbacca rolling up on screen, because that won't sell the toys.
Right.
But I don't know if you guys saw on Facebook or Twitter or wherever I put it. There's an echo in the trailer that I was going on and on about. When Luke talks, there's an echo behind him, and I thought it was Darth Vader. But there was a clip online of Mark Hamill's panel at Celebration, and that echo
wasn't it just
Mark.
Yeah,
It's Mark in current day. What we heard in the trailer, I've heard so many people think it's Mark Hamill now. No, that's reused from Jedi. He doesn't sound like that anymore.
That's what I thought. I thought it was him, like, because he's talking about his sister.
Yeah, it's just reused clips from Jedi. I think it's actually, he says in Jedi, everything. Then when he says, you have that power too, that's a separate line.
Right,
that they spliced together. And, they made it sound like it was one line. Mm-hmm. But the echo is actually current Mark, underneath it.
Okay, I do. Yeah, I remember reading that. The thing I think I like most about it is that, like, remember when the prequel trilogy came out? Like, everything looked all shiny and new, and we're used to this, like, the original trilogy, which is like a lived-in universe. And like, I like how this new movie looks, like a equal balance.
Right. Well,
because obviously, you got the lived-in universe, but then like you got the Chrome Troopers. Like, those are shiny and new looking.
Right.
Have you guys seen the trailer for Battlefront?
Yes.
Yes, I have. Yeah, that was good stuff.
Oh my god.
That looks
was like
good.
watching a movie itself.
But yeah, I'm excited. I'll buy it. But I'm starting to see some of these hardcore, gaming fanboys already start to diss it.
Why?
Because there's a lot of people out there who are all uppity about DLC and how these game companies.
Oh yeah, I did read about that. I was disappointed to read that.
But here's the thing: I don't care. I just want to play Battlefront.
Right? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'll play it either way, but I'm not happy about it. But here, take my money.
Right, take my money. But yeah, that game, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be good.
Now I just gotta save up to get an Xbox One.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So, what did you guys think of the Batman vs Superman trailer? The teaser. I'm tired of these teasers before teasers. So when I saw that, I'm like, yeah, that was cool. So when they finally released it, they leaked it, and I love how Snyder's like, you ain't gonna see this unless you get the IMAX special tickets or whatever. And sure enough, somebody leaked it, and I'm like, yeah, take that, Snyder. And that's when I came up with the hashtag trolling Snyder's too easy.
It was so dark, it made me sad. Like, I had to rewatch the Star Wars trailer to make me happy again after watching it.
Same here.
And then, well, the funny thing is that if you go to the the Batman vs Superman IMAX event, you'll get some extra footage. 5 seconds of them running at each other.
5 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that made its way online. Yeah.
And then it was just a bunch of people talking. Like,
oh yeah, I wasn't too thrilled. My favorite scene is when you see Batman, like, he stands up out of some kind of wreckage.
Yes.
That looks amazing.
That was the scene for me. That was the good one. Brian, what'd you think of that scene?
I mean, I've said this consistently. Like, everything I keep seeing about this movie just makes me that more apprehensive about it.
Yeah, it's not the hope and promise we were left with at the end of Man of Steel. What little we were left with.
Did you guys hear that, Henry Cavill was like, it's not a Man of Steel sequel, it's like a Justice League prequel.
It's a Batman movie.
No.
With Superman in it.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's why his name is first.
It's a Justice League prequel, but still, I think this raises dark, gritty. I think the days of brooding, dark, gritty, real-world comic book movies are on its way out.
Oh, I'm over it. I'm
It's just
completely over it.
with Avengers and everything Marvel's doing. It's just
Right.
there's a balance that DC is just they have tipped the scales the wrong way.
It's like we like the
Yeah.
gritty reboots, but like you don't have to like ramp up the gritty. Like tone it
Right.
down a bit and throw some jokes in there. Like that's what
Right.
like the Amazing Spider-Man was gritty kind of, and like still fun and comic booky.
Right. Yeah, it's not. It's just I'm dubious because I don't know if you guys saw Sucker Punch, but
No.
that
I
wasn't.
like that movie.
I mean, it was okay, but it didn't win any Oscars.
Oh
if you
yeah.
know. So,
I gotta say though, like that scene where he's getting up, that's one of my favorite scenes. Just so you get like the full Batfleck effect,
right.
and then the scene where you see what may be the Batwing.
Yeah. That was okay. That was cool. I just
Also, if you listen to the voices in the beginning, I swear I could hear Eisenberg's voice doing the calling him like you get this alien, like he's calling him alien, and I love that. That's my favorite.
well, he says I think the lines are we know devils don't come from underneath us; they come from the sky, or something like that.
Yeah. Or was it gods because it says false god on the statue?
I think he says devils or demons. He may say false god in
It
there.
says something like devils or demons.
Yeah.
And then somebody else says something about false gods.
Yeah, well, of course you got to throw Neil deGrasse Tyson up in there for some reason.
Yeah.
I'm not commentating on him, but I always get bugged when they throw real world people in these movies. You know what I mean?
Oh, did he say something? I didn't.
Yeah, he's in there, and I get just any movie where they throw a current day kind of popular guy,
Right? Yeah, like
musician,
Eminem.
anything. Yeah, Eminem. I mean, even I went and saw Furious 7. Iggy Azalea just pops up for literally a second and a half.
Like, look,
And
I'm in
has-
this movie too.
and has one line, and I'm like, why?
That is pretty funny. No, but the thing that I appreciate, I thought was weird was when they're yelling "Go home, go home." I'm like, his planet's destroyed. Where the heck's he gonna go?
Can't go home.
So we dig Star Wars, not digging the darkness of the Batman vs Superman, and trolling Snyder is too easy.
Hashtag trolling Snyder.
Yes. All right. What was Jurassic Park? Do you want to do Jurassic Park or Fantastic Four first?
Let's correct you. Jurassic World.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Jurassic World.
Jurassic
Oh my!
World.
Dude, I think Chris Pratt. I want
Chris Pratt and his
Pratt
gang
to be
of
my
raptors.
boyfriend. Like that guy is amazing.
Yeah, so we're I like the trailer. I mean, me and Sean kind of talked about
we
it.
like
at work.
it. Yeah, I like it a lot.
But it's it's Jurassic Park. There's not a lot of surprise there.
It has like
It's
a lot of
the
nuances.
Indominus Rex. It's a completely different animal.
It's a T-Rex with long arms. Come on. Who you
Yeah,
kidding?
I mean it'll be an interesting story, but I mean I'm excited. But it's not Star Wars.
I dig it because it has a lot of nuances of the old one,
Right.
and like an updated feel. And Chris Pratt is the hot stuff right now, so he's in it, and that's cool. But I'm starting to notice that it feels like he only plays one character.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up. I had a thought about that today. Remember I told you I said I thought he was playing it kind of flat?
Yeah.
I thought about that today. I bet you he was directed to play it that way because he probably went into it wanting to do, how he does, that sort of uppity,
Kinda cocky.
charismatic, sort of the new Harrison Ford / Han Solo. And I bet he was told, don't do that because we don't want people thinking of Star-Lord from Guardians while they're watching you run away from dinosaurs.
Or lead a pack of raptors.
Yeah.
I want a gang of raptors.
Yeah. But yeah, I think he was directed to do that.
Yeah, the visuals look good. I'm digging the visuals. I like the suspense moments. Seems like there's a lot of trailer moments in the movie.
Right.
And I dig it. I mean, hopefully they don't use all of them up in the trailers, but
I don't think they will. I think
No.
like that last shot where they reused the giant shark thing going up to bite the.
Dude, they've
pterodactyl.
changed that like 4 times already. I don't know if you
Yeah.
noticed.
Yeah, I know. But the visual effects are solid. I don't see one shot that's like, what's going on there?
Oh right, yeah. I remember watching the original Jurassic Park, and there's this scene where the goat goes down, and I remember like I don't understand what's going on because it's like one scene there's like a ledge, and
What
then
happened to the goat?
yeah, and then the other scene is like flat. I'm like I don't understand.
Right.
Oh yeah, how the T-Rex got up from his little cage.
Yeah.
And then the car goes in the tree. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
All right. So and then let's go on to Fantastic Four.
Yes.
I mean I like the realism to it. It's like a not a gritty reboot, but just like a realism reboot. And at first I was like, this is kind of stupid. I don't know how I feel about it. But then I'm kind of starting to grow on me. I like it. Although there's one thing I'm a little weirded out. Why is the Thing naked? Can we get some pants on that guy?
I don't know. I had the same question.
Like if they show him from the front, Stanley has confirmed he has the whole bits and parts down there.
Well, they have to put pants on him because the Thing, or they won't. But I don't want him every time he's in a scene to have something like
obstructing
fog or like like Mrs. Huxtable back in the day. Walk by.
His pillar and stones.
Yeah,
right, yeah. It's like, whoa, hey, it's the Thing. Whoa, your Thing.
Yeah, that's kind of odd, but I'm
oh my gosh.
cautiously optimistic about Fantastic Four.
Yeah, the trailers were cool. Like I liked how they show the powers more in the most recent one. Like Johnny Storm, he looks cool. I like how like his eyeballs look like they're on fire. I was like, whoa, that was cool.
Yeah.
And then like Reed Richards, like his muscles and stuff, like they're stretching. Like rather than like remember in the original one, it's like why don't we take this texture and
texture stretching?
Yeah. Yeah, versus like this one, you actually like see his muscles and bone.
Right.
Like whoa.
And I saw some controversy that I don't know if this is this way in the comics, but Sue is flying around.
She does fly sometimes.
She does fly sometimes. Okay, I didn't know that.
But she doesn't like fly like I'll call it the Superman, but she doesn't fly like that. She like has like these. She can create these like little discs out of like some kind of like psychic energy or whatever she uses. And
in the trailer, people are saying, I thought it was Doom, but people are saying it's her in the, when they go through the pillar?
Mm-hmm.
That's her.
Really?
She's flying around like Johnny.
Doom looks cool. On a side note, I think Doom looks really cool.
Yeah, Doom looks really cool.
It's obviously an ultimate, like, you get this ultimate Fantastic Four kind of feel to it.
Right.
Well, yeah, they're doing the same kind of story, like the parallel universe and everything. I like how it's more of a science fiction-y kind of film than like a superhero film.
Oh, right, yeah.
Right.
But they're dealing with...
Could it be bitten by the same sort of curse of Batman versus Superman? Too dark?
I think it's too early to tell.
Yeah, because we don't really have it. We're just seeing everything.
Did you say why?
Visually.
No, I'm just saying, I don't know, guys. This movie comes out in August. We pretty much, that was trailer number 2. I think we'll get one more and that'll be it.
Probably.
So we've seen pretty much everything they want to show us, I think.
You know what we forgot to mention? The Avengers Age of Ultron. Did you guys see that Vision trailer?
I saw what you sent me, yeah.
That was sweet. There's like all these clips that they're showing, and that Vision one was really cool. Although it's like, again, what's with the naked superheroes? And I made this joke, like, I bet you someone, like, while he's sitting there, like, I should probably get some clothes. And Sebastian's like, Thor would probably be like, hey, how about a cape?
Yeah.
And what'd you tee up with that? Remember what you said, Robert Downey Jr.'s line?
Oh, doth mother knoweth you weareth her drapes?
Didn't he? Here he did that though.
I know, yeah, but it's funny.
It was just a funny tee up to that line.
Yeah.
Can we talk about real quick before we leave trailers? Was that the last trailer?
Yeah, I think so.
Rogue One and the whole
that leak
Star Wars anthology, that they're not called standalones or spin-offs. They're called Star Wars anthology films.
Oh, cool.
So, that leaked. It's not very exciting, but
yeah, it was a weird trailer. Or whatever you want to call it, a teaser.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're in pre-production, but for anyone that doesn't know that's listening, it's going to be, off the main sort of Star Wars episodic line. And
it seems like like an in between for like episode 4, like a side story.
right. But this one has sort of people are saying like a Halo vibe, and the director says it's going to be very, very much a war film. The crew on this have all done war films, so I'm excited to see what they do with it.
It'd be interesting to actually see like war in Star Wars. You know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah.
like we got the Battle of Endor and stuff, and like on Hoth, but like that wasn't like hardcore. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, as long as they keep that kind of stuff in the anthology films, I'm cool with it. But I don't know how I feel about it being in the episodic,
Right.
episodic films.
Oh, you know what? There's one more trailer. Ant-Man.
Nah.
Exactly. Moving on.
It comes out in July. Paul Rudd. That's
Yeah. The trailer, like.
I could go on. We could go on for days. What's going on, Brian? How do you feel about this whole debacle?
He shrinks. That's cool.
See, I want to see.
I don't really have an opinion on him either way.
I'm more interested in Giant Man.
I'm more interested that Iceman's gay now.
Yeah, what's going on? I mean,
yeah.
What?
It's whatever.
He's now single. It's not
If
necessarily
I had someone
a bad
next to
thing.
me, I'd nudge him and be like, told you, and then hand him $20.
I said.
Well, actually,
Headline that.
they've been talking about that and like how they kind of
It's not any like more shocking than when Alan Scott came out.
Oh no! Like what they're doing with like all these characters and making them minorities and LGBT or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I
don't like that. I don't like, hey, let's make diversity for the sake of diversity.
Yeah, I don't.
That's what it feels like.
Care for it.
Make new characters and have them be diverse than rather change old ones.
Yeah, it's more like you're catering to people. Like
it's. I mean, not to go off on it, it's political correctness, in my opinion. It's just I don't understand why they feel they have to do it.
I mean, Lady Thor, the new Thor,
Black
what?
Wally West.
I don't even. Yeah, I've never even seen Black Wally West.
His costume is like silver and red.
Yeah, but like even.
He looks like Cyborg and Flash had a baby.
Miles Morales or whatever.
Oh yeah. He's like half Latino, half black.
Yeah, like I'm glad that they're doing the whole diversity thing, but why do you have to change already established characters?
Right. Yeah. Well, see, with Miles, he's new, and Lady Thor is new, but with Iceman, I thought like wasn't he? I don't know that whole story, like how that came about. Did he like go to the future, and his future self was like, hey, I'm gay, and then his younger self was like, oh, I guess that's okay, and then he comes out of the closet like earlier than he would have.
No, it leaked online. Jean actually outed him. Their past selves are in the future, and they're talking, and Jean's like, I know you're gay, and he's like, that's not true, Jean. Gotcha. And she's like, I can read your mind. And he's like, oh crap, now what do I do? I'm a mutant.
Pure thoughts, chum.
Right? He's like, well, I'm a mutant and I'm gay. I don't know which one is worse. And then they just leave it at that.
Huh. See, the thing about that, the thing about that.
At least I was gonna make a joke, but I'm just gonna let it go.
Let it go. The thing about that is that's sort of to me. I only saw a headline about it. I didn't read into it.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing about that is the X-Men, weren't they established to basically for anyone who felt like an outcast could
like
they
in
were,
the 70s.
They were the group.
Why do they need to interject other, as you said, minorities or, political sort of leanings and other stuff like this?
Yeah.
Why do they need to interject that into something that was designed for you to do that yourself?
Right, it seems a little redundant.
Right.
Well, I like how they're kind of backplaying, like he could have possibly been gay before and we just not known it.
See, it would have been more shocking.
Bryan Singer had a really good explanation because he was like, in the first movie, he had a relationship with Rogue. But Rogue is a girl that you can't touch physically. So it's kind of...
That's what Bryan Singer said?
Yeah.
That doesn't...
Isn't Bryan Singer gay?
Bryan Singer is gay.
Is he? Because he just had a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he had a kid through surrogate or... But I follow him on Instagram. The guy has a kid.
Yeah.
Well, see, it would have been more shocking. It would have been more shocking.
So does Elton John.
So well, I didn't know. Harris.
Yeah. So
it would have been more shocking if it was like Gambit. If Remy LeBeau came out of the closet, you're like, whoa!
I don't like...
No wonder you're overcompensating.
You know, Iceman is one of my favorites. Like, at least top 3. So is Gambit. I don't know. Like, if it would have been Gambit that came out of the closet, it just wouldn't have been right. Because of, like, all that history with Rogue and all the other women.
Oh, I'm just making a joke.
Oh,
like it would have been it would have been more shocking because he's always all about the ladies, like
hey,
mon ami chérie, like hey, let's go. It would have been more like, oh, so you're obviously trying to hide the fact that you're into dudes,
right?
Not that we have any problems with that. I'm just saying.
No, there's no problem. It's just I don't know. It feels more like shock factor than
Right. It's genuine. Like they're running out of ideas.
Mm-hmm.
I would concur on that. They're run out of ideas.
Let's talk about Daredevil.
Yeah, let's talk about
Oh my God, Daredevil!
So good. I love Daredevil.
So that was amazing.
Like I liked it a lot more. I was totally. I did not like. I had the bar set like mid-level, and it just like blew it out. I'm like, oh yes, this is awesome.
No, I had high expectations for it, and it hit every single one of my marks.
There were some things like I wanted more of. But for like the most part, it definitely felt pretty good. Like we could have. I wasn't a big fan of how he sees like the world on fire. Like it was
what?
Okay. No, wait, hold on.
Explain yourself.
I am explaining myself. Like it was okay. I didn't hate it. I liked it. It was like that's good enough. I'll buy that. But I definitely like the one thing I felt that the Batfleck movie had going.
Is that what we hold on? Is that what we call Ben Affleck now? His name is now Batfleck.
Yes, that is. It's official.
Okay.
Forever Batfleck.
The Batfleck movie, the Batfleck Daredevil had going for it was the sonar. Like I loved that the way they portray that in that movie. That's the one thing I thought it had going for it, and I wish they would have done something similar, but not exactly like that in this new incarnation. And then the only problem I had with it is that you only see it once. Like I wish they would have shown it like more often.
No, I disagree.
Not like overuse it, but like I'm sure they could have used it more. Like with when he's fighting the Red Ninja, that would have been cool to see like how that like fight would look in his vision.
I agree with that, but you're talking. I mean, I'll be the buzzkill again. You're talking budget.
Yeah.
With that.
I mean, I love the show. Don't get me wrong. That was the only problem. Oh, and then the one thing I wish they did like near the very end of the series, and you said that they might do this in season 2, was he has like the billy clubs, like there's like a grappling kind of line between them. I wish he did something with that, but maybe.
Well, he just got his suit, so
I know.
And they said it's gonna keep evolving, so maybe we'll get the billy clubs in season 2.
Well, he has the billy clubs at the end, remember?
Yeah, but doesn't one like turn into a hook?
Well, like in the comic?
Yeah.
No, it's like a cane, so it's already a hook and it straightens out.
And then
I believe
there's a lot of tweets and a lot of news that Charlie Cox wants Bullseye in season 2.
Oh, yeah, that'd be amazing.
Sweet. Then we could have.
I love Fisk. Like.
Oh yeah, dude. He's
like
I can't even. I keep talking to Sebastian. Like the way he talks is so like good. Like when he's with Vanessa, it's one way, but then when he's with the other, it's a different way. And he's like a man child who like needs what he wants, and if he doesn't, he loses his crap and like.
Yeah.
Like he's unpredictable.
He was brilliant.
Yeah, he makes you like fear the Kingpin. Like even though they never say Kingpin, which is another gripe I had. But yeah.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine that they didn't do anything from the Daredevil movie. You know,
well,
like
it's not just the
when
movie,
they showed the world on fire, I just sat to myself and I was like, I really hope that doesn't make an appearance again, because that reminded me too much of the movie. Like, I liked the like whoa 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 when he listens to heartbeats and everything.
Yeah, that's the heartbeat.
Yeah. No, like you know how it like goes out of focus and.
Oh yeah,
I like
that is cool. You get the head tilt.
Mm-hmm.
It actually the show lets you as an audience member. I don't know. They gave you the credit that you have a brain, and you know what I mean.
Yeah,
It didn't overplay all the visual gags, thinking you're just sitting there mindlessly watching it. It actually respected the audience.
Right, but when we get to the real cool scene, the
fighting,
episode
oh my
2,
god,
that hallway scene.
Oh, the hallway scene.
Oh my god,
that was worth my Netflix month right there.
Right, yeah, like so Sebastian and I we're like talking like after the first episode, like we're like, oh, this is really cool, like, oh, I love it, and like, yeah, me too, and like I was wondering if he did his own stunts, and then like I'm watching this hallway scene, not to ruin any magic, but there's a scene where he falls through the door, and clearly that was a stunt double because Charlie Cox walks out. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I saw the switch. I'm like, oh, okay, so he doesn't do his own stunts.
And as the series went on, I started to notice like those chins don't match up. You know what I mean?
It's awfully like dimly lit too. But
yeah, but the hallway scene
that was glorious.
They tidbit I heard was they mounted
oh yeah, on the ceiling.
A track on the ceiling. Yeah. That's how they got all in one take. I had told you I thought it was a Steadicam.
Oh yeah. I thought that would be incredible. Like you'd have to have like a dude with the camera and then another dude behind him, so it doesn't bump
like they normally do with the Steadicam. Just that dance. That's why I was impressed, and I'm like, they just strapped the camera on a ceiling. I was like, man, that's kind of genius.
Yeah, it was really good. That's probably like that was I agree. That was worth the month of like subscription. That was so good.
Yes.
Yeah, I loved it.
All the fight scenes, like, it seems like they may have sped up some of it, like, because he pops up really fast, and I thought that was really cool.
I disagree. I know you said that the other day, or when we were talking about it. I don't think they did. I think these stunt guys can move that fast.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing, but I'm saying, like, if there was some kind of messing around with it, I said it first, but but if there wasn't, damn, that's impressive. Like, pardon my French, but wow, that is really good. Like his speed, like even like there's scenes where he like jumps off of stuff and he's like down and then up instantly.
Yeah, I just think they're that fast.
That's incredible.
I think these stunt guys just know.
Yeah.
They usually, the stunt guys usually travel in a pack. Mm-hmm. These guys, and they know each other. They're like family, so they can move at that speed.
How about those Easter eggs?
Oh my god.
There are tons of them.
Electra,
yeah, that Greek girl.
Yeah. My favorite one was the stilt man.
Oh, still, yeah.
Like, I saw it instantly. I'm like, oh my gosh, whoa, we're going there already.
The Battle of New York.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Thor and Stark.
Oh yeah.
Comment.
Thor and Iron Man.
One of my favorite scenes is when he's interrogating that dude and he's all like I do this for fun, and then he just drops him off the roof.
Yeah.
And then you see Rosario Dawson in that white outfit, which is what's her name, the Midnight Nurse or whatever.
Yeah.
The Night Nurse, something.
Yeah, something like that.
She wears a white outfit.
Let's say you're way out of my realm. You guys, I don't know much about the comic books.
Oh, and then you know how when he's fighting Melvin, he becomes in the comic book. He's this guy named Gladiator, and he's fighting him, and the Gladiator uses these things on his wrist that are like saw blades. If you watch when he's fighting, he throws a saw blade at him. And then
I saw that on IGN. People were talking about that.
Yeah,
I didn't catch that one.
Yeah, he throws a saw blade during the fight, and then later when he picks up his outfit, the Daredevil suit.
Yeah.
You see blueprints for the wrist mechanism that throws the saw blades.
Oh. I missed that.
Yeah, that was cool. But I was really surprised, like the way that actor was really good. Like I did not know that he was supposed to be like Lenny, like a little slow. So I was surprised that I was like, oh, I thought it because the way he talks, he's like, yes, Mr. Fix. You know what I thought was really cool? Like in the very beginning, like how what's his name, Wesley would go like he wouldn't say Fisk, he would say my employer. So like they kept him in the dark, and you don't even see him until like episode 3, I think, and that was really cool. I like how they do that.
Great way to build tension. I wish more movies would do that.
This was like a 13-hour movie, and I loved it.
Right. I wish more, shows and stuff would do that. Just like, even though, we as the audience knew it was the Kingpin, it built that tension nicely.
It also did it really well for like people who wouldn't know, like newcomers, who didn't get the joy of experiencing the Batfleck as Daredevil.
The Batfleck. All right. Well, do you want to move on?
Yeah, sure.
Flash.
Not before we establish the drinking game of every time we say Batfleck, we take a shot.
Okay, all right. Oh yeah.
So you said Batfleck a lot in the last 15 minutes.
Wait, hold on, really quick. In Daredevil, there are a couple scenes where I'm like, he must resist so hard from doing the Batman voice.
Oh yeah, especially when he was like.
I don't know though. I think Charlie is that good of an actor. I don't think he would.
Oh yeah, definitely. Brian? Did you know he's English?
I knew he was English. What was he in before?
Stardust.
That's right. That's where I know him from. Okay.
And I guess Joe Quesada had him cast as Daredevil for like 3 years or something before the show even came out. Let's talk about Flash really quick. About we're really like 3 episodes in already that we haven't casted about. But Mark Hamill was on. That was really cool.
Oh my god.
Reprising the role of the trickster. Is that the episode where they first do the time travel? Like after the other, like where they show the real fall?
Yeah, because he has to do that. He has to run away from the bomb. And he has to run really fast, and then he goes back to the future. No, he goes to the past.
Yeah, and then he messes up the future. That was really cool. And I totally called it, like, dude, he's going to get the ability to phase through stuff. This is where he's going to vibrate through things. And sure enough, bingo bango, sugar in the gas tank.
Oh, yeah. What the hell did you just say?
Sugar in the gas tank.
Bingo bango. You've never heard that?
Bango.
You've never heard that? Bingo bango, sugar in the gas tank?
Sounds like something the Mask would say in 1993. I've never heard that expression. I think I have, but it's been a long time since I've heard that one. So,
I've never.
But this is I think I've said before I don't really watch The Flash, but this is the only episode I watched of The Flash.
So when it's on Netflix, you're gonna binge it.
I'll have to binge it, but I enjoyed it. I watched it mainly to see Mark Hamill.
Dude,
if he could still act. I was kind of worried, but he can still bring it.
Oh, so. Definitely. Well, just a quick recap. I don't want to hit like every episode, but basically, the storyline on the Flash so far has been like, he's figured it out that Wells is Thawne, and like he's trying to like tell people like in his circle, like he's telling Caitlin Snow and Cisco and Joe, like you're right, dude. Joe, you were right. He is the Reverse Flash, and like he's bringing everyone in, and like they're talking about time travel more and more. And on the most recent episode, they found his little lair, like the Reverse Flash's lair within what's it called? Star Labs.
His suit too.
Yeah, and they've done a lot of crossovers too. So they have like the Atom on, and that was cool.
Overexcited Brandon and Ralph.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, they did another Superman reference. Like they're looking up like, is that a bird? Like, no, I think it's a plane. And I'm like, oh, it's the Atom.
That's pretty cool.
But the first reference was like, oh, so you saw that it was Oliver Queen through his mask using X-ray vision.
Huh.
So that's always fun. And then on the storyline on Arrow right now, the Ra's al Ghul is basically trolling Oliver Queen by making the city turn against him by killing people wearing his suit. So there's a bunch of agents of the head of the demon, basically dressed as the Green Arrow, killing people, and Arrow doesn't kill anymore. So he's like, what the heck? And they had a manhunt for Oliver Queen. Roy Harper turned himself in as the Arrow, then faked his own death, and I guess
got shanked.
Yeah, he got shanked with a shiv, and I guess that was Colton Haynes. Is it Haynes or Hayes?
Hayes.
Hayes. It was his way out of the show because I guess his contract was up, which I was kind of disappointed. That caught me off guard. I was like, oh, is he not coming back on? There's no more Arsenal. I guess not. But though he tweeted like, Roy Harper will see you soon, so maybe he might be back for some one shots.
Well, yeah, they were talking about having him as a guest. But he got his start on Teen Wolf.
I did, yeah. Was it Teen Wolf or Vampire Diaries?
Teen Wolf.
Okay, Teen Wolf. I knew it was one of those pretty boy monster shows. But yeah, the storylines so far are really cool. I'm excited to see how they wrap up the seasons. Definitely more into the Flash than Arrow, not because of any particular reasons, but I don't know. I just think the Flash, like, because they're building up to what seem maybe like the TV version of Flashpoint, sort of. And that's
I just want to see his white background.
Oh, oh yeah, okay, me too. That's gonna be cool. Well, they kind of teased it in that one episode.
And
I don't know what I was gonna say. I was really interested in on the last episode. He goes into the lair or whatever of the Reverse Flash, and he pulls up the newspaper, and he's just like, "Whoa!"
Yeah.
And it was really cool that they found that dead body, and then they find the real Harrison Wells. They find his dead body, and Cisco's like, "Is that what I think it is?" Because there's a body part sticking out, and Joe's like, "Yeah, that's a hand," and Cisco's like, "Oh, I thought it was a foot." Cisco's always the comedy relief. And then I haven't seen the last episode of Arrow, so no spoilers on that. But I think I can predict what's gonna happen.
What? I can tell you if you're right or not.
Is that when he puts on the suit, the Dark Archer suit, because he can't be Green Arrow anymore?
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's stuff that leads up to it.
Oh, okay. I want to say the last episode of Arrow was just kind of like filler, because he didn't really do anything. I think
the first half of the season has been filler.
Well, I mean, the fact that
awesome.
Well, I mean, the fact that Doug Jones, he was cool. He was on there. But oh, I can't go fight this guy because the cops are after me. So I'll send the Atom and I'll put this neuro thing so I can fight. You know what I mean? It's like Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Yeah, that was weird.
But it was weird because
you gotta fight him, Ray. You can do it. So yeah. I'm just gonna remember everything I just did in my suit that you taught me.
Right? Yeah. Talking about muscle memory.
There's some fancy kicks in there.
I was more interested in Roy in jail. That was the most interesting thing to me. And I was really sad to watch him leave. I got a little misty-eyed. Not misty-eyed, but just a little right in the feels because I'm like, oh, Arsenal. Remember? Because he's like, don't give up on me.
Yeah.
In that one episode, I'm like, bye-bye, Arsenal. Have a good day. Gotham, Ronnie's not here to talk about.
Huh? Gotham? What about it? Oh, that's right.
No, are you watching Gotham? No, Ronnie's not here to do Gotham. Oh my gosh, the rumors of Tom Welling reprising his role as Superman.
Oh, that would be so cool if they actually did it the way they're talking about.
Well, I've heard two rumors. I've heard he's going to be Superman on the Supergirl show on CBS, and then you just brought up, hey, Flashpoint time traveler, travel to an alternate universe, which is the Smallville universe, with Tom Welling as Superman. Oh my gosh.
I would like that one. I would like that one a lot more.
I would need a change of pants instantly, okay? Because,
I would probably go with the CW one more, that rumor, because, he probably has relations with all the top execs there.
I did not have sexual relations.
Oh, what do you guys know? I had the word out of my mouth, and I said, why did I say that?
It's like as it left, I wanted to take it back. Relation, no.
Actually, can we get more on a political thing right now? I was thinking the other day, if Hillary gets elected in 2016, that'll be the first time we've had two presidents that have had sex with each other.
That's an interesting thought. Well, the reason I think
out loud.
The reason I think that the Supergirl rumor of Tom Welling has more ground to stand on is because I guess there's shots of him on set. Like
Okay.
he was shooting. Well, I don't know if he was shooting, but he was on set for one day. And then
the
Dean
the
Cain is
reason
obviously awesome.
the reason that I think that Supergirl has more merit is because he hasn't done anything since Cheaper by the Dozen 2.
I
And
thought didn't what about the mist, or was it the mist or the fog? The
the
fog.
Fog.
Didn't
was
that come out
before.
after?
Yeah, that was like right around the same time.
Okay.
Those were both like 2005.
Yeah.
Brace yourselves, Game of Thrones! The wibbly wobbling winter is coming.
Okay. So we're 2 episodes in, and if
Has
you
a new
guys
season
don't...
started?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it started not last Sunday, but the Sunday before.
Okay.
So this season, if you guys don't know, is the last season to follow the books.
I had heard that this book is pretty big, and they were considering splitting that book too.
I know Brian has read all the books, I think.
Yeah. I've read all the books. I've seen.
He's even written one of them.
Yeah, I'm even in one of them. No.
He was villager peasant number 3 in book 5, chapter 2.
Right. I got run over by a horse and it died. Because everybody in that series dies. No. It's the last book to follow, or it's the last series to follow the book.
Okay, so then is this the series finale, or are they going to go off on something else?
No, they're going to go. This is where they split from the books because
what's his name? Is he going to write any more books?
Yeah, he's actually. That was the big thing before this season aired. Was we were all waiting to see if he was going to release the newest book because he has 2 more books to go before the series is over. So
what is the premise of the show? Is anyone going to become king or what? I don't get it.
Well, that's the thing. We're still waiting to see. There's still at least 3 people vying for the Iron Throne. That's Daenerys, who is the lady with dragons. There's Stannis, who was one of the original kings in the 5 King War, and of course there's still Cersei, who was queen.
What about Dinklage? I bet he's going to be it.
Dinklage is actually going across the sea to hook up with Dany
and kill all the mutants.
And kill all the mutants.
So, all right, how's this 2 episodes playing out? Do you like them so far?
Pretty good so far. Yeah, they're pretty awesome.
How's the budget for that show? Like, obviously there's dragons, but
the second show had Drogon. There's 3 dragons. There's Drogon, which is named after my favorite character, Khal Drogo, and he's the guy that died at the Boo Boo. Like he got a scratch and it got infected and he died.
Oh, really?
He was honestly hands down the best character in the world. He's actually played by Jason Momoa.
Aquaman!
Yeah,
Aquamoa.
Who's now our Aquaman. And if you're a Walking Dead fan, he's gonna be Negan in the
what?
Whoa!
Yeah.
Huh.
So
I didn't know
I
that.
love me some Jason Momoa right now. And he's in Stargate. Did you guys know that?
I did not know that. So what's the storyline? Just the gist of it so far.
Oh, so
what happened
Arya?
last? Like a really quick, 2-minute recap of last season leading into these episodes.
Oh crap! Well, Tyrion, Peter Dinklage killed Tywin, who's the dad that was kind of being a badass about everything.
Mm-hmm.
So now he's on the run. Dany took this city that was full of slaves and freed everybody. So now the masters are trying to get back at him by killing people that she has. And Jon Snow is up there on the wall doing what Jon Snow does.
And that's nothing.
And that's nothing, Jon Snow. Yeah, so far we're just picking up after that. Arya was found by Brienne and didn't want her help, so she went to Bravos, to the House of Black and White, where she's going to learn how to become a faceless man, or an assassin, basically. So that's where we are right now. Arya's in Bravos. Jon Snow's up on the wall. He just became Lord Commander because the other Lord Commander died.
Shocker.
Yeah, shocker. Yeah, and that's it. Basically,
Cool.
Drogon. Drogon came back for a minute. Dany has her dragons chained up underneath the castle that she's staying in, and Drogon ran away for some reason. Well, she was having some issues, and she stepped out on her walkway, and Drogon just like popped up on top of her and was like, "Hey, what's up, Mom? I'm just chilling here.
That's
Yep.
funny.
I'm gonna say hey, and then I'm gonna fly off over here."
That's really funny.
Yeah, so
So,
they've had the other two, I think it's like 2 or 3 episodes have leaked online,
oh really?
and I'm trying to get my hands on that.
Oh wait, wasn't there a big to do about that?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
people got fired and
I heard
like,
didn't it have something to do with Periscope, like
something.
people
Yeah,
were periscoping it or something, and people were I heard a lot of
That's
heads
interesting.
rolling.
yeah.
All
But
right.
I'm trying to get my hands on those 2 episodes, so I'll have something else to talk about next time.
Okay, so all right, so moving on to some Marvel news, more Marvel news. They're coming out with, obviously a new live-action Spider-Man, and then I heard that they're coming out with an animated Spider-Man for theatrical release.
As long as it's not another origin story, I'm fine.
Right, yeah, that's what I liked about like Daredevil and like Arrow and the Flash. Like they're already established, so you don't have to go all the way back to the beginning.
Yeah, as long as it's not another origin story,
Yeah.
I'll watch Spider-Man all the live long.
What do you guys think the costume will look like? I'm hoping. I mean,
I
I
think
know
it'll
people
be-
are against the classic look with the web, like under the arm. But I always thought that was an interesting look.
I think it'll be classic Spidey. Maybe not with the web because that doesn't seem to be
I
very
heard.
popular.
What's his name?
But-
Kevin Feige.
Feige.
Uh,
Are you talking about the head of Marvel?
yeah.
Kevin Feige. I
Okay.
think is how you say it.
Feige,
Right, I know.
hey.
Well, I'm just I'm just
Yeah.
saying. He said that it's going to be definitely look homemade. It's definitely going to look homemade. So
Then I
I'm
bet
digging
I
that.
would take a shot and say we're gonna see something similar to Tobey Maguire Spider-Man look,
Really?
like that classic. I bet you they'll blend the Spider-Man suits we've seen
All
together.
into one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, so, Deadpool movie. So far, so good. I love it. That suit looks like it came right off the comic.
Oh my
Yep.
god!
It's
and
so good,
everything
like-
Ryan Reynolds is doing,
Oh my
like
gosh.
to advertise.
Oh yeah, dude. The like, I don't know, campaign thing that they're doing. It's not like really a campaign, but like these little things here and there. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. It's so in Deadpool's character. Like the whole rated R thing. When like he revealed it when he takes the studio light and he kills Mario Lopez.
Yeah.
And then for the episode, or not the episode, the issue where Deadpool dies, it has
yeah.
him on the
Yeah.
toilet, and he goes, "It smelled like someone died in here." I thought that was hilarious.
yeah, it's good stuff. I think he realized how disappointed everyone was.
And
With
he's like trying to
Wolverine?
make up for
So
it.
he's just like, I am going to go full on, 100% with the comic.
I mean, this might be the best comic book movie ever. Like if he's doing it like
Well,
right.
it's,
I mean,
you know-
I know he's not the best comic book character ever, but like the best. You know what I mean? Like true to
And
the
look-
character.
Right, and not to throw all. I mean, Ryan Reynolds probably deserves a heap of praise that it looks as good as it's looking. But the director Tim Miller, I mean, the guy founded Blur Studios, and if you've seen any cinematic from Blur, Tim is,
Did he do the test footage?
yeah, that was
Yeah,
one.
that looked really
He
good.
directed it. He is one of those guys, from what I've seen in interviews, who respects source material.
Right.
If you gave him Batman versus Superman, it would not look as what it's looking like now. It would look like Batman versus Superman.
See, the thing I'm really surprised about that is that, like, whenever Snyder has a comic book movie, he does it shot for shot, panel for panel.
Does he?
Yeah, if you've ever seen the 300, yeah,
300
definitely.
Was, I mean, Watchmen kind of was, but
The only difference, well, Watchmen, he changed the ending. And then the only difference between 300, the movie, and the comic is basically everyone has pants on. Whereas in the comic, you see Wang Doodles just flopping everywhere.
Didn't know that.
There's almost as much. All right, you remember in Watchmen how it's like staring you in the face on Doc Manhattan?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like that. Only 300 Spartans.
I didn't know that, and I've seen panels from that book. I didn't know that.
Surprise. Yeah, and so that's that Marvel news. Yeah, I'm really excited for Deadpool. Like, I am super, super excited for Deadpool. I'm digging the eyes, how they're doing the CGI eyes.
That'll be interesting to see.
Oh yeah, I wonder. I mean, obviously the bat suit, the armored suit, is going to have the glowy eyes, but I wonder if they're going to do anything like that for his regular suit. I don't think they will. It'd be interesting.
Judging by what we've seen in the trailer, I think it's that classic, paint around the eyeballs, sort of thing. But
I don't know. Did you guys hear or read about this one time where the Michael Keaton suit was originally supposed to have mirrored lenses in the eyes on the cowl?
No.
Yeah.
No, I want that to happen.
Well, I don't think it would show up very well on film because, like, if it reflects whatever and Batman's hanging out in the dark all the time, you're gonna see black.
But if they would have lit it right and put a light, and you know what I mean, lit it properly, it would have looked like white eyes.
It'd been interesting.
That would have been cool. But in the time period, that probably was next to impossible.
Oh yeah, definitely.
If they had compositing technology like they do today, that would have been possible, and that would have looked pretty cool.
Right. Like with Jurassic Park, where they put her face on that stunt double.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. Do you guys want to do the Walt Disney Studio release schedule?
Yes. All excited. I'm very excited. Let's go over it.
I saved the best for last for you.
Yes, you did. I had forgotten about it as we were talking here.
Should we just I don't know how you want to go over this. Like, should we just go over what movies we think are going to be awesome?
No, let's just fly through it, and then if you don't mind me taking the lead on this one.
Yeah, go ahead. Here, take these reins.
I will take these reins from this horse, and you guys can just sound off.
All right.
A lot of these we're all excited about, but I don't know. This graphic came up on Twitter. I don't know where they are.
Do you have the graphic?
I have it. Okay. I have it saved. I'm looking at it. I don't know if they're CinemaCon. I didn't see where it came from, but I'm going to assume CinemaCon.
The graphic.
Yeah.
It fell from the heavens.
This is the Walt Disney release schedule for 2015 through 2017. And as I read this, I know a lot of visual effects artists are probably going to be busy 24 hours a day. Anyway, we're starting off with Avengers: Age of Ultron. We're all excited for that. That's pretty well established.
Oh yeah, dude, you're right. It does say DreamWorks, doesn't it?
Yeah, we'll get to that one. Hold on.
Sorry.
After that, we'll have to talk about this one. Maybe do a whole show if you want about Tomorrowland when it comes out. I'm super excited.
Oh yeah, that's with George Clooney, right?
Yep, George Clooney. This new actress I've never heard of, but Brad Bird directing. We all know Brad from Incredibles.
Yeah.
Incredibles fame. Inside Out from Pixar. That's from Pete Docter, who did Up and Monsters Inc. So that's gonna be a hit. That guy can do no wrong in my book. After that, Ant-Man, and it's kind of
Ant-Man.
It's kind of funny here on the green. It's small and it's underneath the timeline bar. I don't know if that was on purpose.
It's probably because Marvel's. They're like. Have you seen the posters for that yet?
Yeah, I feel that this one has blown up in their face, and they don't know what to do with it, so they're just trying to get it out the door and just say it never happened. But anyway, after that is the oddity in this. DreamWorks Bridge of Spies. Now, Bridge of Spies is a Steven Spielberg picture set in the Cold War starring Tom Hanks. Now, here's the thing. I'll ask you guys. DreamWorks, with a Disney distribution arm, didn't they distribute their own movies back in the day? What's going on there?
Is it going to be animated?
No, it's a live-action Spielberg picture.
Wow, that is interesting.
It made me think.
Maybe it's just produced or something.
No, with DreamWorks above the banner, DreamWorks produced it, but Disney is releasing it. So they're paying for the release cost, but since DreamWorks Animation went under, they went bankrupt. I wonder if there's trouble in the water.
Thanks, Shrek.
It wasn't Shrek. I'll tell you.
Thanks, Puss in Boots.
No, I'll say who it is. I'll I'm not afraid.
Throw down the hammer.
I'll throw down the hammer. It was Katzenberg.
What?
What's his first name? I can't think of his first name. His last name's Katzenberg. He used to work for Disney, and he almost ran Disney into the dirt back in the late 80s, early 90s.
Oh, and that's when they got Toy Story going?
And then he got fired.
Katzenberg or Mike Eisner?
No, Eisner and the people around him, the creatives he surrounded himself, around Disney, kind of saved it. If there's a great documentary called Waking Sleeping Beauty that kind of explains all this. And Katzenberg always, if you look at it, Katzenberg always wanted the movies to have edge, sort of that, almost adult humor that the DreamWorks movies have.
Yeah.
So think about it. Look at Disney when Katzenberg left. It was the glorious days of the 90s. And then he went over and started DreamWorks Animation and DreamWorks with Steven Spielberg and David Geffen, who owns Geffen Records.
Oh, I know Geffen Records.
I wonder if there's trouble in the water at DreamWorks. But anyway, moving on. The Good Dinosaur. Do you guys know the story behind that one?
I don't know, but I love dinosaurs.
I can't get enough dinosaurs.
The story behind that one, it's Pixar. This is another Pixar film. It's directed by Pete, I can't remember his last name, but it was going to be directed by another guy. It was one of those director shakeups at Pixar. And the director of Good Dinosaur, did you guys see the short Partly Cloudy? That was in front of Up.
I think I did.
Yeah.
With the cloud, it's the same guy that directed that short is directing The Good Dinosaur.
Oh, cool.
So that I'm very excited for that one. Let's see here. Winter 20.
That was an interesting one.
Winter 2015. We got Force Awakens. We all know that's an
indie film, right?
Yeah, used to be
low budget.
Back when that guy owned it. What's his name? George
Lucas.
Lucas. Okay. Anyway, moving on. We have one here called Disney: The Finest Hours. I have no idea what this is about.
That's actually the animated version of the Batman Superman movie. It's gonna be the world's finest hour.
I would love if it was that. Yeah, I want that to happen.
We're all just waiting to hear you say Finding Dory.
I'm coming up on.
Bring it on.
After that is Disney's Zootopia. I'm gonna assume that's one of those nature films.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Do you know that Netflix is, or they're trying to bring back Blue Planet again?
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's exciting. I love that thing.
Now, is that a live-action version of The Jungle Book?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Is it?
Yes, it's directed by...
did that.
No, it's directed by... Well, that one, I don't know what was with that one.
Got a grown man.
This one is going to be directed by Jon Favreau, who directed Iron Man.
Yeah.
So
he played Foggy in Daredevil.
Yes.
Oh yeah, he did.
And but this Jungle Book is actually gonna, I think, mirror the animated film, kind of in that way that all the Disney animated films are gonna be made live action.
Right.
But let's see. After that, they're almost at the same point of the timeline. So I wonder if they come out at the same time. Is the sequel to Alice in Wonderland, Through the Looking Glass?
That should be interesting.
That should be fun.
I'll go see that one.
And Civil War.
Yeah.
Yes.
After that.
Civil
Then
War.
moving into summer, I'm going to assume that's summer 2016. Finding Dory. That should be exciting.
Woo!
Finding Dory, followed by Big Friendly Giant, BFG, Roald Dahl. That's directed by Spielberg as well.
That should be good.
So Spielberg, I mean, that guy's got.
Is that going to be animated or live action?
When I saw BFG, I thought of the first thing I thought of was Doom.
No, yeah, that's going to be live action, probably with a lot of CG.
Now, why are they rebooting Pete's Dragon?
Yeah, I don't know. I've been following this one for a while.
Because dragons are cool.
I think it's just Disney, like, we want more money.
Right. Oh, well, dude, they're printing their own money. This is ridiculous now.
Hey, there's another one coming up here. I want to.
Mona.
Hold on, and then I'll just go through these kind of quickly. And the last couple are actually good. Disney's what's that saying? Mona. Mona. That's the animated one with The Rock. Gonna be in it. Gonna be singing.
What's it about?
It's sort of a Hawaiian story. Like.
Okay.
After that, Doctor Strange.
Woo!
Yes.
Yeah. Rogue One. After that.
Benedict Cumberbatch. Bud.
You know
Thumper
they're
Bud.
talking about debuting him in Iron Fist.
Yeah, I read that. Was that Iron Fist in Daredevil?
No, but his symbol. It was his symbol on the drugs.
No, wasn't that Steel?
What?
Lady Gal. She has. Okay, go on.
The little red mark on the drugs.
I know what it looks like.
Yeah.
But isn't his like yellow and have wings?
I think his is like black or something.
Oh, his costume's yellow. Yeah, you're right. It is
Yeah.
black. A tattoo on his chest.
Yeah.
Okay, go on. Sorry.
Go on. Rogue One. After that, this is in the winter of 2017 or 2016. Live action Beauty and the Beast.
See, I'm really surprised that comes out so much later because I'm just hearing about the Jungle Book now, but I've heard about Beauty and the Beast way before.
Right.
Beast.
I think it's because that one's getting a lot of hype. I hope it doesn't disappoint. But
here's another one, Ghost in the Shell. That's another DreamWorks.
That's a DreamWorks. I just saw that has DreamWorks above it.
That's an anime. That's like a Japanese anime.
I know that one. Scarlett Johansson.
Scarlett,
yeah.
Yeah.
But that's another DreamWorks. So when did DreamWorks sign a deal with Disney to release their films? When did that happen? And I missed
when they
it.
started drowning.
Yeah, I'm telling you, something's going on.
Dude, McDonald's is going south too. They closed 900 stores worldwide. Like all these things from our childhood are just like
right. Oh, and that's
going
episode
belly
8.
up.
Is Star Wars episode 8?
Episode 8, yep, episode 8 after that. Guardians 2, which I read this week, might be called Guardians of the Galaxy 3000, based off the comic book.
That's
what?
Cool.
I don't know. Toy Story 4, which I think is...
Woo!
They're making a fourth one?
We said all we had. They gotta hurry, because these actors that are in this Toy Story lineup are not young.
Right, Tom Hanks is like 50 something now, right? Well,
and then
the way I'm thinking of it is
animated.
I love Toy Story, and now I have a Toy Story to bring my daughter to, is what I'm thinking
there you go. You also have 3 of them on Blu-ray that you could watch. But I understand.
Love Toy Story.
Then after that, last one on this graphic is the 5th Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates of the Won't Die Caribbean.
They do that again? What?
Yep. Johnny Depp recently came back on set after he broke his hand.
Yeah.
It looks good. I mean, I love that series.
What's it called? Dead
Man Tell No Tales. Here's the thing with that. That's the book they bought to base the 4th one off of, and they never used it. And we know how the 4th turned out. And then now they're going to be like,
we went to see that for your birthday, Brian. Remember?
Actually, I was just going to bring that up. We did go see that for my birthday, and I don't remember a single thing because I fell asleep in the theater.
See? No one remembers it because it was...
I remember it.
Well, here was my problem from the get-go. You don't hire a guy who does musicals to do an action film. I'm sorry, but...
Was that the problem?
Yeah, that was the problem.
Also, Penelope Cruz was pregnant during filming, so... All those shots were weird.
Yeah, it was just weird.
I have no opinion on it because I do not remember it at all.
Looking at this lineup, I mean, they're
looks good, dude. I'm telling you, they are just printing money. What? They're good to go. Just retire already, Disney.
Let me take a stab here. Avengers, $1 billion, $2 billion maybe. Okay.
What's it at right now?
I'm projecting the box offices. My guesses. Avengers, $2 billion worldwide, easy. Force Awakens. Did you see what the number of screens they're going to release this thing on?
No.
Almost 5,000, which is like 2,000 more than they normally do.
Whoa.
They are not messing around.
I want to do the Marvel marathon for the pen that you get.
They did that at the El Capitan, Disney's owned theater.
Mexicano.
A guy who works for Marvel was tweeting he was up for 41 hours and he watched all of them.
Oh, wow.
That's
incredible. And it was fun to watch his tweets over those 2 days.
He's like, come on, guys, I seriously need sleep.
He was excited. He kept saying that everyone in the theater was not getting tired. If anything, they were getting more and more pumped up.
That's cool. Because when I imagine like getting bored because I've seen Iron Man like 1,000,000 times. I've seen, you know what I mean? Like there's certain movies I've seen so many times.
Like the Hulk, you fall asleep.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we were talking about this. Like there's like if you're awake so long, there's certain movies you're gonna sleep through to regain energy.
Yeah, you fall asleep during the Hulk.
Iron Man 3.
Iron Man 3, yeah, you wake up for at the end. If you're really, really tired, you fall asleep during Guardians because you've seen it so many times.
So good.
I can see myself watching the entire marathon and then falling asleep when it got to Ultron.
See, that's what we were saying too. We were joking about that.
Bitter,
like you're awake
irony
through all these movies, and then so tuckered out by the end.
Right?
And then like you're awake for the beginning credits, wake up at the end credits, like no.
Right.
And then you see the after the scene credits, which we will not discuss.
Yeah, but that just kind of ended
even though we know.
Yeah, the Disney ending the Disney thing here. It's just think for a second how many movies that is just from one company and how busy
they're gonna be.
These people, like I don't. Whenever I hear about jobless, people not having jobs in America, head out there. Disney, they're probably hiring like gangbusters.
Oh yeah, definitely. I just
had
a
Disney.
I just had a thought. What was it? Oh yeah, so I'm gonna tell you the end, the after the scene credits for Age of Ultron. The fake, no, the fake one that I saw.
I don't want to know the fake. I don't want to know any of them. I'm gonna take my headphones off. You can talk.
Okay, fine. I won't say anything.
No, if you want to say it, I'll take my headphones off.
But there was a fake one released. You didn't see it?
I don't want to know any of them. I mean, I may be sounding whiny, but I don't want to know any of them. Come on, man. I went since 2012.
They all die.
It was that thing from Watchmen comes and blows them all up.
Yeah.
I've literally spent hard work staying kind of spoiler free of all these movies this summer.
Really?
So, yeah.
I've done the exact opposite.
Right.
Of that.
I want to see. I don't want to see spoilers, but I want to see costumes and stuff.
I don't want to see any of it until my butt's in the seat and it's on the screen.
All right. Okay. All right. So with that being said, do you guys want to wrap really quick?
Yep.
All right. Thanks for tuning in, geeks. Let me just I forgot to do the plugs at the beginning. Check us out on YouTube. Just search GeekastX. We're also on iTunes. Check us out on nerdoverload.com /authors/GeekastX. Jake is on Twitter at all at stake Jake. You got GeekastX Ronnie, and then me at GeekastX Ron, but I'm never on there. But go ahead and hit up Jake and Ronnie. Sebastian, do you want to plug your website?
No, not my website. I think I said it before, but you can tweet me at Barker Studios. All one word, lowercase. And if you're listening, tweet me and let me know you heard me here, and that way I can kind of gauge, good way to gauge who's listening.
Right. So. Okay. All right. That's pretty much it, geeks. Catch you next time.
Bye.
We're taking the hobbits to Isengard.
Isengard. Come on, dude.
Is that the outro?
Yep.
Yeah. We did it.
We did it.